Bill Panoff here with Porthole Cruise and Travel Magazine. We're here in the seashore, and we're here in the Yacht Club, and we're here with Rubén Rodríguez, the president of MSC North America. Rubén, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Bill. Thanks so much for joining us the last couple of days. It's wonderful to have you on board.
It's a pleasure to be here, and a pleasure to sail on the seashore. What a magnificent vessel.
We're very excited about it, and we're getting great feedback from our travel partners, from media partners, from many friends, so we're very excited about it.
And we're sitting here in the Yacht Club with this beautiful view of downtown Miami. Tell us about the Yacht Club, how it came about, and this one in particular has multiple levels.
You know, call it a luxury ship within a ship.
Sure.
It's a dedicated forward section of the ship with luxurious suites and a wide variety of beautiful cabins. It's got dedicated dining restaurant, dedicated bar, which we're sitting in the lounge now, dedicated swimming pool and deck and outdoor grill, and also wonderful dedicated butler service and the concierge service. So our guests love it. And actually, MSC is a very global brand, but American guests in particular love a Yacht Club. The US is the most important source market for our Yacht Club cabins. We have over 1,000 cabins across the fleet.
Fleet-wide, 1,000.
Fleet-wide, wow. And so in some ways we're larger than some luxury lines.
Sure.
And Seashore in particular has the largest yacht club in the fleet. Wow. Over 30,000 square feet of public areas, a large number of cabins, and it's a great way for guests to break the compromise between, you know, high touch level, wonderful dedicated service, luxury accommodations, intimacy, but at the same time be in the context of a large ship with all the variety and amenities that represents.
So it really is a ship within a ship, and everything is here. It's all self-contained. But if you really want to experience the entertainment and all that you have to offer, and it's amazing, you do have to go down and enjoy that, which is amazing, by the way.
That's right. So you can, often if you're in a luxury ship, it's harder to travel with kids, for example, because the luxury ships don't have all the kids' amenities that we have on board MSC Seashore, and you don't have as much variety of experiences. So dining, for example, we have sushi, teppanyaki, we have a wonderful steakhouse, we have a fabulous seafood restaurant, beautiful chocolate shop. So there's variety in ships like Seashore that is hard for smaller ships to offer, but Yacht Club is a small ship within a ship.
Sure. Attending the media briefing yesterday, talking about Ocean Cay and how you discovered this island, and it was literally nothing. It was just a heap of sand. What you did to transform that is just phenomenal, revolutionary. I mean, I was there, and it's speechless. I mean, I've been to many private islands. The way you build it up with the retail and just the attractions and the entire ambiance is just kudos to MSC, really.
You. Yeah, in particular, kudos to our chairman. He's the visionary behind it, Francesco Vago. He actually first visited, it was called Sandy Cay at the time. He first visited it, I think 6 or 7 years ago, and he visited with some Bahamian dignitaries, and he had this vision of transforming what was really kind of a wasteland, actually. It was an abandoned industrial sand excavation site with tons of scrap metal, a lot of negative impact on that environment, on the coral seafloor there. But he had this vision of transforming it into a marine reserve and a very unique cruise destination. And it's amusing because one of the key ministers from Bahamas was telling the story yesterday during the groundbreaking of our Marine Conservation Center. He was telling the story of how when he first met Mr. Vago, and Mr. Vago told him the story, his vision, he thought Vago was crazy. But we've come a long way, many years later, and a lot of capital investment. It's now a beautiful, we completely cleaned it up, transformed it. It's a 64 square foot mile marine reserve, a beautiful private destination. And, I'm sure you've been to many. I've been to many private Caribbean cruise destinations. Usually they have, an abundance of swimming pools and water parks and, air-conditioned duty-free shopping arcades, and that's fun. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what Ocean Cay is. Ocean Cay represents MSC, and we care a lot about sustainability, so it's pristine sand, it's, beautiful marine life, it's
very authentic.
Authentic Bahamian culture, true to the Bahamas and true to nature. And our guests can relax. We spend long days or even overnights and guests can really relax and enjoy themselves at their leisure and immerse themselves in nature.
Sure. So for someone who's never sailed on MSC, why would you recommend this and this particular cruise line and all the variety of ships you have and the itineraries?
Yeah, happy to tell you about it. So, well, first maybe let me explain, what kind of people love MSC? Because we have a rapidly growing base of American guests that love MSC, that sail with us in the Caribbean and enjoy MSC, and then sail with us in the Mediterranean or far-flung destinations. And let me tell you about them first. The kind of guests, the kind of Americans that love MSC tend to be, travelers that really love to explore, that love to immerse themselves in new cultures and they also immerse themselves in nature. Families that love to learn together. People that are really drawn to this world of discovery, and they're drawn to not only our itineraries over the world, but our ships have a very strong European DNA in them. European design, our dining, our entertainment has a strong European influence. Our shops are full of European merchandise, right? And then our guest mix is very international. Of course, sailing from Miami or Canaveral, more than half the guests are American, and in our restart bill, they were almost all Americans, given travel restrictions. But now that the travel restrictions into the U.S. have been lifted, we have rapidly growing bookings from Europeans and South Americans in particular. And we love that because one of the things that our American guests love is the international guest mix. Right. And they say, the parents love it, that the kids play with kids from all over the world. So we're unique that way, and as you heard our story of Ocean Cay and the way we're investing in modern ships, we're also very committed to sustainability. That's a very strong commitment for us in all our destinations, all our cruise ports, and certainly our ships. So, consumers that love MSC are guests along those lines. And
you have many shorter itineraries for someone who would love to sample MSC. It's very easy to hop on and hop off out of Port Canaveral, for example.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. And that is relatively new, right? So MSC is, years ago was only seasonal and only long itineraries and only from one port because we're strong in Europe and we're just starting in the US, but we now have made a commitment to the U.S. market, and part of that is making sure that our cruises and Ocean Cay are very accessible to Americans. So we added Port Canaveral, so more options for guests in addition to Miami to either drive or fly to the port. And we added more short cruises, 3 and 4 day cruises from Canaveral, and we also have a few from Miami so that guests can trial the brand, can visit Ocean Cay. We, of course, want as many as possible to enjoy it.
Rubén Rodríguez, President North America, MSC Cruises. Pleasure to chat with you. And if you've never tried MSC Cruises, I urge you to come on board the Seashore or any one of the other vessels for an amazing experience. I'm Bill Panoff, Porthole Cruise and Travel Magazine.